Maryland is a depressing state. I agree. Maryland. Alright.
So pretty much like obviously you guys have just qualified back into the LCS. I mean, obviously how is the general feeling now going obviously into a break period? Like how are you guys obviously must be feeling pretty good.
I feel relieved, but you don't really feel like we just accomplished anything. It's not the same feeling like say you won first place. It really doesn't feel like that at all. It's just like, okay, now we can get back on track.
Cool. So, how would you say everyone's individual performances? How do you feel about your own performance today?
KiWiKiD was horrible. Carried. Aside from that,
I was 8-2 and then like 10-2 on Ezreal.
He starts every game 0-2 though. But
Yeah.
Because I don't need an advantage early game.
I think everyone played well.
Cool. With the obviously going into this, you had no prior knowledge really of the team summon. With I believe, how did you find the picks and bans went? Was there anything that threw you off, or was it everything pretty much went to you guys sort of planned out?
Just based on the fact that they have to play against Team Fidelis in the previous round for promotion. That game, you can't afford to not show everything you've got. And both teams that they played against Fidelis, they pretty much played the exact same thing, sort of in terms of play style and style of champions. So I don't think we were thrown off at all by anything they did in the picks and bans phase. They picked very accordingly to what we thought they would be playing. And I mean, that's pretty much it. They really didn't pick anything that you were like, whoa, they did that. But initially our plan...
I mean, I was honestly surprised they banned Ezreal.
Really, I wasn't.
I was.
Really?
Yeah?
Yeah, I wasn't surprised they banned that. That's why I told you before the ban, like, we're picking Stunner, right? And you're like, yeah.
I don't know. Like we had like what, a strat revolved around Ezreal first pick and they banned it and we
were just like what? How did you
Yeah.
ban Ezreal?
of all
I thought it was
champions.
gonna be 3 mid lane bans.
I did too.
Yeah,
Mhm.
then they just degenerated into that because they were just like...
There were 6 bans on mid.
Yeah.
The second game, I think.
Fuck yeah.
The first or second game, there were 6
It was pretty stupid.
Damn.
But
But
the
actually-
Zed
actually,
Zed ban was
People
not
thought
for
Zed
me.
was mid, but
Yeah,
no, we banned it for the
Zed
top
though.
laner.
Yeah.
Okay. So obviously, Scarra, you do get for the last like few weeks, you have been banned out pretty much most of the time. I mean, you can take contrast to the previous games in the LCS earlier on, like you had like Draven bans, you had a few other jungle bans, and a few top lane bans. So now it's all transitioned into the mid bans for you when people play as Scarra. Like, how do you feel about that? I mean, are you comfortable? Like, are you not just really caring, or?
I don't know. I think it's just whatever. Like, they have to ban someone. Like, either you do like general bans or you ban with someone out, and they just realize that my champ pool is not like the largest champ pool. They think it's easier to win against us if they ban out mid champions. It's worked before. I don't know. I don't think it'll work now or like in the future, but definitely like before I had some issues like adapting around like 2 or 3 straight mid bans.
And obviously, you guys have been able to sort of play mostly a lot of champions. I mean, today we saw a Rammus pick, which we haven't seen much. We haven't seen at all, I don't think, from us, and also a Nocturne pick, which is also quite new. I mean, you guys have obviously had a bit of a free run of the champion pool. Like you three, like how have you? Is that fun for you? Have you had a chance to try out something new?
I mean, my champion pool is all 111 champions, so it's really no big deal.
There again.
I mean, Kiwi, you've been like talking about the champion pool being quite fun because you've obviously got quite a broad top lane champion pool when it comes to OP champions or quote unquote OP.
Yeah, you can play anything
Yeah.
top. He's lucky.
It is pretty fun to play anything top.
Yeah.
Yeah, as long as it works, it'll work. Like, maybe we'll run 280 one day.
Right.
Yeah.
Ezreal solo top 1v2.
Kitty,
I just want to farm away from afar. Like,
Kitty, how do you feel about your AD carry role? How's the diversity in that role?
You guys let me not play Caitlyn. God bless. I finally broke it. I broke the Caitlyn curse.
Jesus.
So with you obviously guys now going away for a 2-week break, getting some R&R, taking the time off. When you come back, what would say your main few focuses going back into practice? Because obviously you guys are probably still going to play some league while you're away. I mean, Scarra's going away for a few weeks playing the All-Star game, so he's not going to be stopped playing. But obviously for the other guys, like you're probably going to play a few. Try and keep your mechanics up to snuff. Like keep your sort of game sense going. Like what will when you come back together? Like what is going to be like your primary focus to start with?
Well, I think after the 2 weeks that we had in the relegation, preparing for this relegation match, we started taking the game more seriously, and I think if we continue down that path, which we will have to, because this next split of the LCS season will be significantly against.
More important.
They'll be up against how do I word this? It's going to be way tougher. It's going to be really difficult now because I don't think you can look at it and say there's a weak link anymore.
I mean, this half we're just gonna have to work harder since it's the champion. This actually matters.
Yeah.
This half. Like last half was just like
Practice, pretty much.
yeah, it's
Practice,
Sick,
man.
you got first. Nice. Okay, good job.
It's
Like now,
$50,000.
Yeah. But
yeah,
it's
I
like-
know, but now it's like you're fighting to go to Worlds.
Yeah.
Mm.
That's
So-
a little more important.
Okay.
I'll take $50,000 in my pocket.
Yeah, that's why you're a loser.
That's what you're doing with me.
So obviously, thank you very much for that, guys, and enjoy your time away. And obviously, Scarra will be watching you in the few weeks coming up in the All-Star game. So hopefully, you guys take it easy over the next few days, and obviously don't work too hard, and then come back with continue this momentum that you've obviously picked up over the last few days.
Oh, yeah.
Awesome.